Right, now we go to the setting up of LinkedIn for your success. Right, and basically we'll look at this again, and basically I'll show you my LinkedIn profile. So this is a demo. I will walk through the various aspects of how I optimize it, and then we will get back to the slides, and then we'll do the Q&A as well. Okay, so this is my LinkedIn profile. So first I would like to show you the different components. So as you can see here in the banner, it says ITOL, Institute of Training and Occupational Learning, and I'm a member of ITOL. So this is what we call the banner. And the banner, it is a very important space because the banner is something that people will look for and people will identify you with. And right now, I am doing this association to tell people that I am part of this ITOL as a member, and that gives me, because ITOL is a professional body in the training and learning and development space in the UK. It's an institute, prestigious institute, so I am actually associating myself with that, so that will give a certain credibility to me. Second point that we want to look at is the photo here. And at the photo here, we will look at getting a photo done professionally, taken in the studio, get it done professionally. You might want to dress in some business attire, right? You can do that. Next, we come to, of course, your name, right? And being a member of ITOL allows us to use this to show that is M is for member of ITOL. So it's somewhat like a association that we can use in our name. So the next thing that we want to look at is this. This is what we call the headline intro. And the headline intro is important because it actually tells people your experiences, and the keywords that you set here are important because the keywords that you set here, when people are searching for certain things, you will show up. For example, when people are searching for corporate trainer, I will show up. When people are searching for leads generation, I will show up. People are searching for branding, I will show up. Digital marketing, I will show up. Mentor, maybe. And also digital marketing coach, digital sales expert, PDPA training. I will show up in all this area, right? So this is a key area. This is the headline, and the keywords that you put in here normally relates to your profession. So it's very important that we choose the right keywords so that when people are searching for the certain keywords, we show up, right? Also, the other section here that we can look at is basically the providing services part here. So when we click providing services, we can select these are some of the services here, and we can key in an extra text here. Let's say, for example, lead generation expert, digital marketing coach. Okay, so let's say I enter here. Okay, so this about is actually the when you click save. So basically LinkedIn provides a service page for you. So here you can tell people more about your services, and these are some of the categories that if people are searching for you, you will show up. Okay, and your services page has been updated. So if I go back to my profile page, whatever that I edited, that is my service page. It doesn't affect the heading here that I have already set, right? So now moving down, now you will come to this part where it says analytics. So analytics, this part is not viewed by the general public, but it's just information that you can see. Also similarly, this part are just information that you can see. Then we scroll down. So now we come to this section called featured. And in featured, what we can do is we can actually create certain posts to show our expertise. So like for example, I have this only SEO UK certified course in Asia and Australia. So I am putting this here to tell people that when people click on this, so basically this is my post. When people click on this, they can actually look at the, this is actually a PDF form. One thing I like about LinkedIn is that when you upload a PDF file, of course my PDF file is purposely designed in landscape format. I use Canva, C-A-N-V-A. And when people look at this, people can actually look at what are the details of my course. What do I cover? What are the modules in day 1, day 2? They can look at this. They can look, oh, okay, here are some of the testimonials. And they can look at what is the type of course that I have and how to contact me. So basically, the featured section earlier here are actually the LinkedIn post, right? P-O-S-T that we created, but we can select the more prominent post or whatever that we want to highlight. We can highlight is here in the featured section. Next, this part activity is basically every time we have a post, every time we interact with somebody's post, it will all show here. It's like a blog lah. So you can see what are your interactions. And the other thing to note is, for my case, for my LinkedIn profile, I have 23,000 followers, meaning to say that people actually, I have added 23,000 people, right, as part of my network. So if you join my network, you have access to 23,000 people. So the point about LinkedIn is, who are the people that you are connecting? Mainly, these are people that you find that it could be your future customer, or people that you find that could be your potential collaborators. So for example, if you are in the digital marketing space, digital marketing training like me, I will add a few digital marketing trainers, a few people that own training institutions, and a few similar people that are working in my client's office, because I have very close business interaction with them. Or I will add people who are working in my client's competitor in the marketing department perhaps. So by connecting to them, they will start seeing my content, right? They will have a notification that I'm trying to connect with them, and if they accept, then they will start seeing my content, seeing my marketing tips and all that. And hopefully in the mind that this forms a very subtle advertising. I'm not really pushing the services, but they will know that, oh, okay, this marketing strategy is good, and eventually over time they might inquire me to do marketing for them, right? So this is kind of like a very subtle marketing technique, guerrilla marketing. Okay, so next part is this. This about text is very important. The about text, so LinkedIn allows you to have 2,600 characters. Try to make full use of this, because this is another area where whatever keywords that we enter, this will form the keyword database, and whoever that's searching you using certain keywords, mainly LinkedIn will pull from your heading and also from what you optimize in the about to show your profile. And that is very important, that you need to basically know. Like for example, for me, I'm doing SEO, digital marketing, certain keywords will need to be there. You know, first page of major search engines such as Google, this is like SEO, qualified leads. So in case people are searching for such keywords, I will appear, right? And next part this is the experiences, right? So the experiences, these are institutes that I work with, like for example CSC. I'm giving some training for you guys. I'm also an associate trainer at US Training. I also do training for Singapore Association for Continuing Education, and I'm a corporate trainer at ITOR. So these are the experiences. And now, how do you update experiences such that it also appear in the search? Because the experiences have keywords as well. So each experience has a keyword. Like for example here, this is my YouTube channel, iamseoking.com. And here I put digital director and all this. So I say I have a 2 days SEO certification program in the UK, right? So you want to bring across some of the key milestones that you have done for this particular role. So for example, like here in this role, I'm a mentor for Litian Academy. So I'm a student mentor, digital marketing strategy. So I actually help them do all these things that are related and all the modules that I cover. So similarly, if you look at, so for example, this role, I am involved in the mobile app. I'm some community editor, and I'm involved in the website. So very clearly, you can know I'm doing volunteer management. But one strategy that you could optimize your LinkedIn profile is this. For example, look at this. I was a senior manager at Black Blue Media Group. This is the period. And how I did my LinkedIn profile optimizing for experiences is different, because I actually highlighted here the client, what are the work that I do for the client, and every client I highlight here. Very seldom people do this, and the objective of this, when you highlight the client and what are the work that you do, people can then look at, oh, okay, your clients are some of the well-known brands, or your client are some of the automotive industry. Oh, that means you are expert, you're doing digital marketing for the automotive industry. So that is some way that when people are reading your profile, that's how you actually gain certain credibility, right? And you look at this, for example, when I was at this company called iColumn, I actually implemented Setia City Mall back in Malaysia, right? And some of my clients include 313 Somerset, Ion Orchard, Far East groups of malls, and Maple Tree group of malls. And I was also involved in GEM, the Jurong East Mall, right? And as you can see here, once you highlight clients like, for example, EZ-Link and American Express. So what will happen is that sometimes when people are searching for EZ-Link and American Express, your profile shows up, and your profile shows up in the search, and they will read that you are, oh, okay, you are a digital director, you are good at branding, lead generation, and digital marketing. So people make that association that when they are searching for American Express, EZ-Link, and things like that, your profile shows up because of the association, or that you have worked with them before. So people also make the association that, oh, okay, your profile is linked to the various brands, and perhaps, oh yes, I need someone to do marketing, but this guy has done marketing for American Express, EZ-Link. Okay, I'll look for him. So that's how by optimizing your experiences, that people will actually make your profile also more searchable online, right? So we have covered the heading here. We've covered the heading. We've covered the about, the featured, where you can put your posts. We have covered the about here. These are the keywords that you can optimize on your profile, and we have looked at how we can optimize the experience as well, right? And the other part that here is education. So we want to highlight some of the key academic achievement that we have done, right? And this is the area where we will highlight the education experience. And of course, when we come down here, we will highlight our licenses and certification. So like recently I went to this introduction to Jaragogi guidelines by IAL, and because it is a requirement that if I'm teaching the elderly, I need to go to listen and understand this guideline. So by putting this introduction to Jaragogi guidelines by C3A, I am indirectly telling people that I am qualified to train seniors because I have attended this Jaragogi guidelines and I have already understood the training that is provided. So similarly, if people see that, okay, ACLP, Advanced Certificate in Learning and Performance, I have completed Module 2, and also I have done things like, oh, okay, I've attended a professional course in how to conduct assessment, how to deliver, design and develop training curriculum, how to do coaching, how to do on-the-job training, how to do deliver and facilitate learning. And I'm also qualified for the fundamentals of PDPA, and I'm also an advanced SEO strategy by Search Engine Academy. So the certifications further enhances your professional experiences. So very often, more often than not, people will leave this license and certifications portion blank. So although you need to take some time to update this, I think it's very important because the more you update, the better your profile will appear on search. And that's why I was able to get a couple of hundred every week in terms of appearing on search, right? So the next part is the skills part, and the skills part is very important because people endorse you for the skills that you are good at. So for example, social media marketing, people endorse me, and sometimes you can see some of the more popular names, they themselves who are also highly skilled, they endorse me. So that says a lot about your credibility, that somebody that is good in this area also endorse you. For example, SEO, search engine optimization, somebody that is good in the field also endorse me. So that actually means that I have a certain credibility as well. I was able to gain this credibility because somebody actually endorsed me for the skills. And also this part here, recommendations is very important. Skill and recommendations, normally people don't play a part. So recommendations is very important because I make it a point over the last 1.5 years for whoever that try to attend my training, and if I know who they are, I make it a point to ask them to write a recommendation. So like for example, you look at this, Amos Marcus Cole, he's a real estate guy. He has a real estate company. Learn a lot from the 2 days. Definitely will use the knowledge for the whole team. So he sent his whole team and he himself together to learn. So learn SEO, and then he gave me an endorsement. So Sarah, she is entering a university. So she actually placed she actually placed a testimonial as well. And look at that, when you look at recommendations, I've got 34 recommendations. So if you are looking for a digital marketing trainer, and let's say I appear on the list together with 3 or 4 other trainers, and you look at the recommendation section, the other trainers have almost 0 or very little recommendation. I have 34 recommendations. Who will you choose to do your corporate training? So a lot of people don't realize that recommendations play a very important part, but it is also tedious for you to try to go and reach out to people and say, hey, we've done this project together, could you write me a recommendation about how you find working with me and things like that. You'll be surprised that all you need to do is to ask. People are more than willing to write a recommendation for you. But if you don't ask, you don't get the recommendation. So I learned the hard way. Over the last 1.5 years, I was trying to really actively ask, and that's why I was able to get 34 recommendations. You can connect with me. So the other thing is honors and awards. I volunteered my time as a book judge in September 2021. So I'm just going to write there. Although it is not directly related to the work that I do, but by volunteering ourselves as a judge, as a mentor, when we sit as a panel and things like that, this will actually help further enhance our expertise. So the other thing is we just bother to update the languages that we have, and also the last part is the interest, right? So going back to the slide here, yeah. So we have went through the demo of how to set up a LinkedIn profile to make it more searchable. Just some points here. For a good LinkedIn profile, if it's searchable, you will realize that I bother to actually optimize every single section of my LinkedIn profile. Well, almost about, I think my profile is almost about 80% optimized when compared to a normal person that will not really optimize all these things. I was able to get 850 search appearances, and this is on a weekly basis. So on a weekly basis, I appear 850 times on LinkedIn, right? And we look at, these are some of the things that we have covered: the banner image, the profile image, headline, and all this all the way. So how do we make our experience searchable so that we can get the similar results? So as you look at this, you actually highlighted some of your experiences, what actually you do in there. A lot of people just say, oh, okay, I'm a digital marketing manager, I manage campaigns for social media and all that. That's not good enough, right? So you need to further write more details about what you do. And lastly, also, you can consider classifying the description by client and what you do. And like what I say, this will help you because people will actually also see that you are not only a senior digital marketing manager at this company, but you also serve the following clients. And I think that's important, right? So enhance your profile's credibility. So we have the featured section, as what we say. Certain posts we can feature, so you know that, okay, I am having a SEO course, but my SEO course is the only SEO UK certified course in Asia and Australia. So that means something for my credibility, and also my link to iTol earlier. Licenses and certifications actually tell you that, oh, okay, I am, trained in, I am formally trained in how to develop and conduct assessment, how to look at the skills framework, and how to Jaragogi guidelines, meaning that I can train senior learners as well, right? And also, of course, we look at recommendations. It's important. It can immediately tell people what kind of trainer to expect if they engage me for their corporate training, right? And lastly, we look at social media etiquette. And social media etiquette is very important. Social media, you have to be very aware of what people post online and be very aware about your responses as well. So also there are some tips that, as we can see the LinkedIn, if you complete as much of your profile as possible, you become more and more searchable on the LinkedIn platform. And not only that, you will appear in the Google search as well when people are searching for certain things. You connect with people you know, or at least you have heard of them. You respond politely, say please, thank you frequently, and keep your updates very interesting, professional, so that people will read. And like what you say, as what I shown you, so LinkedIn has this very nice interface that if you upload a PDF file, they will actually turn it into like a slide where people can go left, right. So I think that's a very cool interface. that you as what I've shown you, right? So give recommendation to get recommendation, be honest always, and participate, and always use video whenever possible, because video always engages people. I have actually ended my talk. I hope that it has been useful to you.